Welcome, friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Join me as we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. On today's episode, Amberlynn Reed does basically nothing. Hello, my friends. Amber just uploaded, and the title is Taking a Break, and I'm going to bet that just means she's going to slow down on uploads because, it's hard work, right? 15 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day with the editing. So I can imagine needing a break. Frustrating semaglutide update, which, surprise, surprise, here we are. You know, this is the beginning of the end of the semaglutide, the third semaglutide arc. Therapy consultation. She knows how to spell it, not a consultation. And reminiscing with mom, sparkle vlog. So let's check it out. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. So today is January 31st and I have an appointment today. I actually have a consultation with a therapist who specializes in...
She typed it. She clearly knows how it's spelled. I did see a comment where they said that in her live, somebody said, hey, you know it's consultation. And she goes, I can't say it that way. I have to say it this way. It's hard for me to say it the right way, so I just say consultation because it's easier. Like, no, it's not. Like, oh my God. Just trying to be quirky, trying to be interesting and different. And she doesn't understand. It doesn't make her quirky. It makes her sound stupid.
BPD and CPTSD, which is perfect for me. I was diagnosed with those things a couple years ago, and since then I have not seen a therapist. The psychologist who diagnosed me, I did see them for a bit, but they did not specialize in that, and they recommend you need to see someone who specializes in these things. And I'm like, I know.
Okay, so I don't know what video it was in, but I am positive that she, back when she was diagnosed with BPD and CPTSD, that she was basically doing BetterHelp, who can't diagnose. And they said, whatever therapist she was talking to said, it sounds like you might have BPD and PTSD and all this stuff. And so she just ran with that. And I know she admitted to doing that with BED way back in the day, but I've kept up with her for quite a while. And I don't think I've ever seen a time that she's gone to like an actual psychologist or psychiatrist. Every appointment she's had since I've been watching has been online. And just knowing Amberlynn and just the way she handles things, it is 99.9% chance that it was just BetterHelp or something like it, where they can't diagnose anything officially. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. So, man, if we could, there's no way we'll ever know for sure, but I am almost positive she is not officially diagnosed with those things.
Oh, but I don't know. It's scary for me. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm extremely nervous, and it's literally just a 15-minute consultation to see if we're the right fit. That's about to happen in about 30 minutes, and I'll let you guys know how it went. Does my phone stay?
I guess meeting some new therapist might be a little nerve-wracking, but she just overdoes it, you know? But that outfit is a look. What is she going for? She looks in the mirror, you guys. She puts that on. She looks in the mirror and she likes it, bro. She's like, hell yeah. I'm going out like this. I'm going to make sure people see me in this. Oh my God.
Staying still? Yes. Okay. So obviously I've had my consultation. I'll talk more about that later. Me and my mom just grabbed a bite to eat because we're about to go to electronic bingo. I have been so sad, and it's just nice to be out with my mom. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Oh, it's going to be out here.
There is no way she's been losing weight. Oh my God. Yeah, semaglutide clearly is not working. And I think given the title of the video, I think that we are in the beginning of the end for that. Not like it matters. She wasn't eating any different or doing anything different anyway, so whatever.
It is windy.
What happened to your phone?
I love Mamalynn. She is so goofy and funny. I get that she has a past, but no, that was... I gotta hear that again. Hang on.
What happened to your phone?
What are you doing?
What happened to your phone?
Oh Oh my God, that's awesome. Way to go, Mamalynn. She is so, and she doesn't try to help her. She makes Amber pick it up. Hell yeah, good job, Mamalynn. I know she could be an enabler, but. And honestly, I think Mamalynn is more of a victim than an enabler. I think just like Beck and just like basically anybody in Amberlynn's life, it's much easier just to give her what she wants than to deal with the backlash if you don't. I don't know, man. I dig her.
What are you doing?
I was filming.
What'd you say?
I was vlogging.
Oh God.
Oh my God, is it broke?
Oh, funny, right?
Look at my mom's
She doesn't
outfit.
give a shit.
I was like, this?
Is it broke? She doesn't care. Way to go, Mamalynn. She's so funny.
I think that shirt's so pretty. I've never seen it before. Guess where she got it?
Salvation Army.
You said Goodwill.
I mean, Goodwill.
Yeah, Goodwill.
It's the same. It was Goodwill.
Yeah.
Goodwill's right by my house.
I was like, who would get rid of that shirt? I thought it was so cute on her.
Oh, it's long sleeve. What?
I just realized that we're wearing the same colors.
Girl, you're weird.
Black and red.
I'm so full.
Really? We're wearing the same colors was a moment? Did that really require a That's something you say if you go, I just realized I left Twinkie at home with an ex-murderer, you know? Not, we're wearing the same colors. And that's probably why Mamalynn called her weird. She said, girl, you're weird. I agree, Mamalynn.
Girl, you're weird. I really cheated on my diet. Like,
That's relatable content.
What? So bad.
Titles this vlog, my mom cheated.
She needs to start a channel, bro. Get rid of this. Out with the old and in with the new, just like her perfumes. Let's get Mamalynn in here. Change the name of the channel to Mamalynn and let's get going.
Yeah, so now I'll just eat. Yeah, right. Now I'll just eat like lettuce all day tomorrow.
Do you remember when we had a turtle named Lettuce? When we lived in Windsor in the
His
restaurant?
name was Lettuce.
Yeah, we fed him lettuce. So I called him Lettuce. I was like 5.
I don't remember the name.
But do you remember the turtle? Remember we had him in like a...
Apartment too, in a fish tank.
Yes!
Yes. I
Yes.
remember him now. Yes.
Remember when I had a snake? Remember when I carried around the little baby chick?
I do remember that.
It's like I have these small...
Her name.
remember-
I think her name was her.
Really?
Yeah.
Who named her?
You did.
Oh my God. Okay, do you remember when...
Now, I get that she was a kid, but I don't know. I feel like she could have come up with better names. I don't know. Lettuce is kind of cute. I'll give her that. I like lettuce. But I had a turtle, and it was, it was one of those little bitty tiny turtles, and it had orange like around its eyes. So obviously I named it Michelangelo. Like, of course.
And the red barn, and the only way that I would poop is when I put on the boots and I'd go out there in my diaper and squat.
Yeah. Or you put on those boots Easter egg hunting, and you have to lick the blue egg. You find a yellow egg.
Why would I do
You
that?
lick each egg. I don't know.
That's so weird.
So funny.
Or when I got third
That is weird, bro. That is really weird. Like, here's the thing. I have 2 kids. We've done lots of Easter egg hunts, and I've literally never, ever seen a kid lick the eggs. If they did, I would be concerned for them, right? If I saw some kid walking around finding eggs and licking them, I might go up to the parents and go, you guys okay? Like, are you looking into that?
degree burns. It's like I remember all of these
spilled
things from
ramen
when
on you.
Dad surprised me with a bike one time before we went camping.
Oh, that's just to give you guys wheels so you leave us alone. Oh my God, you can't.
I know. Yeah, like
Is that
I've shared like, oh, we've gone camping and stuff, and everyone's like, oh, that means she had such a good childhood. It's like, no. Do
No.
you know what my parents were doing at camping?
in the tent, most of the time, arguing, trying to get high.
Yeah, and me and my brother were out doing our own thing, but still, like, I enjoy.
And that's rough. No doubt. That sucks. That would have made, and the fact that she is so open to admit that shows that she's come a long way. Clearly, she's changed things and is doing much better. And here's the thing. I absolutely agree that Amberlynn Reed had a rough childhood, at least to an extent, right? I think she exaggerates some. I think she makes it much worse than it actually was, but no doubt it was rough, okay? But there's a point where you're an adult, right? Somebody made a comment that said, you know, it's not your fault when you get the flu, but if you go around coughing on people, then that's your fault, right? Then you're to blame, right? You need to take some accountability. So, yeah, it sucks that she had a rough childhood, but the fact that she then victimizes people as an adult means that she should be taking accountability for some stuff. And Amberlynn and accountability are strangers. They have never met.
Enjoyed
we were
it still
terrible.
slightly? Because that was at least a break in our monotony.
Change of scenery anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a terrible parent, but
We don't have to talk about
I
that.
can't change that right now.
So we don't have to talk about that right now. Gets deep. Can you imagine if we had a podcast?
Why do they call it podcast? What's POD stand for?
So it's because, you know, back when iPods first came out, they were one of the first devices that would connect to the internet where you could like download music and download stuff. And what they would do is, in fact, before it was called a podcast, it was called audio blogging. But iPods became so popular that it was like, no matter what device you had, you just called it an iPod. So it's a brand name that became ubiquitous with the device, right? So kind of like Kleenex or Q-tip. Those are brands that you just say when you need a tissue or a cotton swab, you know? So no matter what device you had, people just said, oh, you got an iPod. And so the audio blogging became a broadcast over iPods. And so eventually they just started calling them podcasts. And they were pretty much exclusively on iPods for a while. But then when they kind of expanded out to all devices when internet became a little bit easier to do on iPods. Of course, at the time you had to download it, and so you had to download it on your computer on iTunes, and then you had to plug it in and download it onto your iPod. But yeah, I mean, it was a broadcast onto your iPod, so podcast.
It stands for something, you would think.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't really have no hair left. It's skin. I don't know what the heck's going on.
It's the Oklahoma, because ever since I moved here, my hair's been thinning. How does that make any sense? So you can order drinks here, and they deliver it to you. And she delivered it to me, and I turned my cup around, and she wrote "pretty sure" on it. Isn't that sweet?
No chance. No chance somebody wrote that. And it's okay. Ignore this for a minute. We'll get to this in a second. But come on. Is she really expecting us to believe? Oh my God. If she had been wearing almost any other shirt, maybe. But no. No. Absolutely not. She wrote that herself. Her fashion sense is so bad. If the person had written anything on there, it would have been person who looks like a complete dingus.
What is it? What is it? Go!
Hey, didn't she say she doesn't know how to use filters? Wasn't it her that said, you guys make fun of me because I barely know how to edit. How could I possibly be using filters?
Like, bro, no, I'm not. Like, this is what I look like at this angle, then at this angle head on. I've never used a filter. I don't know how to use a filter. Like, you guys literally constantly say, I don't even know how to edit my videos. Which, A, I do, but it's like, how are you gonna sit there and say, I don't know how to edit my videos, but at the same time, like, thinking I edit them so well that I put a filter? I just feel like defeated at this point.
Kidding me?
Okay, you guys.
Okay, so yes, I'm being a little snarky. It is a little different using Snapchat filters compared to like putting filters in your videos, but not really. I mean, filters on videos is pretty easy to do. So I think even she could figure that out. So my point still stands and my snark still stands.
Hello. I have been home for a little bit now. Me and my mom had such a good time. My stepdad was there. None of us won, but I actually met a subscriber when I went to...
Oh, God, come on. She's trolling now, right? She's just doing this just to get us to talk about it. Because it's too much, right? You get to a point where it's gone from delusional to this is intentional. It has to be.
Glow in the dark bingo, which I vlogged a little bit of that. Then we started talking on Instagram.
Oh, she's talking about back in the other one. Okay, so she's talking about a one that we already made fun of. Never mind, scratch that.
And she wants to be like a little bingo buddy. So she did end up going there because she's never done electric bingo before. So I did see her there, but me, my mom, and my stepdad, we sit in the smoking section because...
So she's basically saying she saw the same subscriber again. No pictures. No pictures.
They smoke cigarettes, and my bingo buddy actually did not sit in the smoker section, but it was still fun to see her there. But yeah, highly recommend electric bingo. So
is it really a bingo buddy if they don't sit anywhere near you? I don't think that really counts. I think it just, you saw the same person twice and they probably waved and it probably wasn't a subscriber. And in fact, the only reason they probably recognized you is because mean, you're recognizable. Like, even if nobody's ever heard of you and has no idea who you are, they will know when they've seen you more than once. You know what I mean? It's hard to miss somebody. Never mind.
So I want to give a few updates. The first one is about my 10-day challenge that I was doing. So I very much have put that on hold.
Oh, huh. Are you surprised? I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. I'm flabbergasted. Who would have thought? So that's what the taking a break is. Taking a break from her 10-day challenge. Yeah, there was no chance that was ever going to happen. How many challenges has she done over the last 10, 11 years? 1,000? At least 50, 100 maybe. I mean, I don't think she's ever lasted more than a day or two. Ever. Not once. In fact, her uploading this many times in a row on a schedule is the longest I've ever seen her stick to anything. And of course, it's not a diet. So that's the only thing. Something that's not a diet or an actual like healthy change to her lifestyle, she can actually stick to that for a little while.
Like sitting here and just like vlogging my food and weighing myself every day and like talking about that all day is like not really what I want to like preoccupy my mind with. I'm going through a lot mentally. I am going through a breaking heart and I am sad all day long. I try very hard to come on here and like put on a mask and try to be as positive.
And there you go. Now I've got an excuse. Now I'm giving myself permission to eat whatever I want and not feel guilty about it because I've got an excuse. I'm heartbroken, which she's not. I mean, this is performative. She wasn't with Emily for very long. No.
As possible, but like deep down, I'm hurting and it's affecting my life. I will say though, I was having a really good time showing you guys what I was eating, logging on MyFitnessPal and like weighing myself daily. And
do you remember she was weighing her mayonnaise, weighing her milk, like every little thing she was weighing. And it was obvious that there was no chance she was going to keep that up. I lost over 100 pounds and there is no way I would have stuck to it if I had to do all that shit. And there's no way. I would have given up the second day because that's ridiculous. Nobody wants to do that. So somebody with zero self-control, zero motivation, the thought that she would stick to that long-term is laughable. It's just so stupid.
And showing you guys, the calories and the weigh-ins. So once my brain just feels a little better and my heart feels a little better, I will definitely start doing that again. It's just really hard to do anything lately. So the fact that like I do get up every day and I try to make the best of it, like it's putting in a lot of effort, trust me. So the next thing I want to talk about is semaglutide. Am I still going to be taking it, etc., etc.? And the answer is yes, I am. But there's an issue. I have no more semaglutide and today is Friday and I'm supposed to literally double my dose on Sunday. And I don't even have any. They told me to contact them about it. I did that. I even vlogged and I was like, you guys, I messaged the provider because it was my third shot. That's when I was supposed to tell them. He asked if I wanted to double my dose. I said yes. And it still hasn't shipped. And that was almost 2 weeks ago. Like something like this wouldn't bother me if it was like a materialistic thing, but this is like a medicine and I'm relying on this company, So it is just a little frustrating. My fingers are crossed that like maybe tomorrow.
It wasn't, I guess she's up in the dose, but it wasn't doing anything. So I don't know. So the semaglutide thing to me is sort of a nothing burger because we know it's not going to last. She can't do it the way it's supposed to be done, which is basically for the rest of her life. So it's just a temporary Band-Aid. And so honestly, I really don't care what she does with the semaglutide. It's not working. It's not doing anything. And she's going to up the dose, which how many times are you going to do that until you can't do it anymore? So this is a temporary thing it's going to end pretty soon, I'm guessing. In fact, she may be using this as sort of the beginning of her excuses to quit it.
It'll get shipped out, like it's Saturday, and I'm pretty sure things ship.
Like, oh, I missed a dose. Oh, well, I can't do it anymore.
Out on Saturdays. So again, fingers are crossed, and I will definitely keep you guys updated. Like I was just genuinely looking forward to doubling my dose, actually, because
she'll definitely keep us updated. This was 11 days ago. She recorded this 11 days ago and just posted it today. So she's keeping us updated, y'all.
It's not working at all. So I hope that like once I do double my dose, like it'll actually start being in effect because I'm taking it for a reason. Which reminds me, I have had some people ask like, why does semaglutide make you nauseous? Does it like depend on what you're eating? And no, it doesn't. Semaglutide makes a lot of people nauseous. That's like one of the biggest side effects, and that is the reason why it makes people not want to eat. I never notice a difference whether I eat something very small the day prior or a little heavier the day prior. Like if I'm getting nauseous, it's literally just because that's a side effect that decided to happen, not really based on the food that I'm eating. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about.
I think she said that because people were like, hey, maybe don't eat so much when you're taking semaglutide because that can cause the nausea, you know? And so she wanted to be sure to say, no, everybody gets it. It's just, it doesn't matter what you eat. I could have eaten just one piece of lettuce and I got nauseous anyway. So yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that I ate 6 burgers yesterday. So, and I don't know how semaglutide works as far as all the side effects, but with Amberlynn, there's always some sort of ulterior motive for when she brings stuff like that up.
About is my all members live streams. There is something I'm noticing because obviously an all members live stream means it's not open to everybody to watch. I currently have over 200 members and I genuinely was not even expecting to have like 20. So you guys are absolutely amazing and so.
If that's true, we've got a problem. As a society, we have a problem. And, you know, I said it in my Foodie Beauty video. I think we're just going to have to come to grips with the fact that there are just people out there that enjoy watching Amberlynn Reid and mEnTaL. Like they just exist. That's the world we live in, is that there are people out there that are willing to pay money to be entertained by Amberlynn Reid.
So sweet and just so supportive, and I appreciate that so much. I'm already looking forward to my next live stream. But anyways, the thing that I'm noticing is like it's kind of like a game of telephone. People are contacting me in my Instagram saying things I've mentioned in my live stream, but it's very just like twisted and it's a little different and not exactly what I said. So obviously there are reactors out there reacting to my live stream, but not really reacting it. They're just like narrating what I said or did in the live stream because you can't like react to it because.
See, okay, so Salty Crab, on the first live stream, she just basically summarized what happened, right? And now I'm just going to say, Salty Crab, her work kind of speaks for itself. I think she would be trusted to summarize accurately, right? But then Amber was talking about how, oh, they're misrepresenting me and they're not saying everything correctly and all that stuff. So in the next one, Salty Crab quoted her. Right? She wrote down everything she said and just quoted her. Of course, I think this was recorded after the first one, but I still don't believe it. I think Salty Crab probably was accurate in her summary.
Because it's behind a paywall. So it's like the game of telephone, which was one of my favorite games in elementary school, but it's very much not my favorite game right now. I do not mind reaction channels like narrating or saying what happened in my live stream, but I would appreciate it if people didn't like exaggerate what I said or twist what I said. Like I genuinely want it to be exactly what I said. Like if you're going to narrate it.
Hey, sorry, but if you're going to put this shit behind a paywall, then you're going to have to deal with the consequences. And honestly, I think she likes it that way. I think she likes to be able to say, well, what they said, even though it sounds horrible because it was, it's just not true. That's not what I actually said. And that's on them for getting it wrong. So this way she has sort of a level of plausible deniability, right? She can just say, I didn't say that. And there's no, necessarily any proof. Now I'm going to bet that those reactors are recording it. They're just not releasing it. So I don't know. Maybe there's some way to actually see the videos. Because I still think if it's transformative, I think you can show bits and pieces of it, even if it's behind a paywall, but I don't know. So I'm just using the AI, the Google AI thing here, because I don't really want to go too far into it, but so I asked, can you post a transformative video from a members only video on YouTube? And it says, no, you generally cannot directly post a transformative video on YouTube that is taken entirely from a members only video without permission from the creator. But then it goes on to say, unless you can strongly argue that your use falls under fair use, which that would be, right? I mean, it would be fair use because it's transformative. That's kind of the whole point. Just because it's members only and it's behind a paywall, but so are like movies and TV shows, and people post little clips of those to be transformative, to react to and stuff. So I think it would fall under fair use, but I know they're being safe, better safe than sorry. So this is Amber, giving herself some plausible deniability and maybe even sort of trying to entice people to be members. Because I'm honestly, as crazy as it is, I have to imagine that at least a pretty good chunk of those members are hate watching, which is crazy. Why would you give her money if you're hate watching? But they have to be, because they know some tea's going to be spilled. And we know there's several reaction channels in there. I can't do it. I made a video explaining why I can't watch her lives. But yeah, I think she is enjoying the fact that she can say that their explanation of what's happening in live is not correct.
And like dumb it down a bit, but like twisting and like exaggerating, I just don't think that's very fair. So a lot of you are not getting like the real information of the matter. So this is just another way for me to say, like, you guys are more than welcome to join my members. So far.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So sorry, if you put it behind a paywall, you're going to have to just deal with the fact that people hear it through the grapevine, right? But then she uses it as an opportunity to say, why don't you just pay me some money and come on in? Like, that's just kind of gross.
It's a wonderful community, a lot of supporters. Yes, there might have been a troll or two, one in particular that I can think of, and I'm fine with that. I am totally fine with the troll or two. I'm fine with the hard questions. Doesn't always mean I'm going to answer them. I have to be comfortable in the moment.
Yeah, I'm fine with the hard questions. I'm not going to answer them, so you ask away. Ask all the hard questions you want. I'm going to ignore you.
Like, I'm fine with all that stuff. Like, the only type of people I'm not going to allow in my chat are like people who are just like awful. But truly, if you guys want to find out all the tea, genuinely.
The problem is her definition of awful is not most people's definition of awful, right? Now, there are some awful people, I get it. But I think she plays pretty fast and loose with the definition of awful when it comes to trolls and stuff.
And hang out with me one-on-one with a lot of other amazing people in the chat, then definitely join. There's a link down below. There's a little...
Wait, one-on-one with a bunch of other people in chat? Yeah, come hang out with me one-on-one with 200 other people. That doesn't make sense.
Join button, I think, next to the subscription area. So definitely join. I would love to see you guys there on Tuesday. So the last thing I want to update you guys on is the therapist. Genuinely, she was so kind, and I loved that, because she was like, a lot of people with BPD get judged even by other therapists. That sometimes people with BPD are hard to work with, hard to understand. Some of her favorite clients actually have BPD, and she genuinely enjoys working with people like me. And it made me feel so seen. And like, it didn't stop there, because I explained to her, I was diagnosed with BPD and CPTSD. And
I guarantee you this is an online therapist like BetterHelp or something like that, right? So she gets to come on and just say, I've been diagnosed with all this stuff. And then the therapist just runs with it, because who would lie about that, right? If this is happening at all, which, there's a chance that it's not. And so that allows Amber to sort of cosplay as somebody with all these mental illnesses. And then what happens is the therapist then assumes that she has BPD. So then all these things that Amberlynn says, she can go, oh yeah, that's BPD. That's definitely. And so then it gives Amber ammunition to be like, see, I knew it. I knew that was BPD. I knew that was CPTSD causing all my bad behavior. So it's just going to feed into her like delusion that she's not responsible for her own actions. All because she can just say she has these things, and her therapist then unwittingly and unknowingly feeds into it and exacerbates the problem by encouraging that behavior, right? Encouraging the blaming of her mental illnesses.
She explained to me that when people have BPD and CPTSD at the same time, that they become anxiously attached. And I was like, jaw on the floor, because
she has said that forever. Oh my God, this is so performative. This is such a lie. She has said that. She says it all the time. She says, because I have BPD, and now CPTSD is a new thing she has started to float lately. But she has always said, since I have BPD, I'm just always attached. I have abandonment issues. I get attached to people so fast. I can't handle when they leave me, that kind of stuff. And I get anxiously attached. She has said that for a long time. So the jaw on the floor. Like, no, this is all so stupid.
That is literally me. And it's like debilitating sometimes. So it's like, we haven't even had like the first session. It was literally just a consultation, and already.
I mean, it's just annoying is what it is. It's not debilitating. It's just annoying. That's why your partners keep leaving you, because it's so fucking annoying. And I think they know, I think her partners know that there's no actual real diagnosis.
It's like a vibe. It's going to be a lot of hard work, and I want to update you guys as much as I can and as much as I feel comfortable. I know I get judged a lot based on like my past actions and things that I've done in past relationships or even here on YouTube. And it's crazy because a lot of the things that I've done has been because I have BPD. And
there you go. And again, she's not going to stick with it, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, she said it herself, it's going to be a lot of hard work. I'm surprised she didn't go, it's going to be a lot of hard work, and immediately like start throwing up because she can't handle hard work. But no, she is not going to keep seeing this therapist, so it doesn't really matter. But for the handful of times that she does see this person, you know, I'm sure it's not going to be very many, but all that's going to be doing is legitimizing her, you know, blaming everything on BPD. Because the therapist is going to believe that she has it because again, it's just online. And so they're not going to question, they don't have her medical records. You know, she just gets to come on and say, I have BPD. So it just keeps getting legitimized by the therapist.
it's like in the past, even probably recent, I have used it as an excuse having BPD for all of these things. And now it's like, I want to like have it as a reason, like the reason why I've done those things instead of like making it an excuse. And for a while there, I was like, what is the difference? Like, what is the difference between an excuse and a reason/explanation? An excuse is when you're not going to take accountability for it. An explanation is when you finally take accountability and you do something to change it. And I'm currently right here. Took me a while to get there, but like
Oh yeah, so calling Beck a liar and saying that they are basically twisting everything and trying to make her sound as bad as possible was that was this right here. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Again, accountability and Amberlynn are strangers.
I want this Amberlynn to just like go away. I'm not gonna be perfect. It's gonna take time, and I'm just feeling
just like her food. It's the hedging, right? I'm not gonna be perfect, meaning I'm not gonna do jack shit. I'm just gonna keep doing whatever I want and doing what I do, and like it or leave it.
I'm very hopeful, and my first appointment is on Thursday. I really just want to do the right thing. I want to be a good person. I want to just heal and be better. Before we get too emotional,
I'm gonna just heal and shut up. You're such a fucking liar. It is the manipulation, man. It is just such hardcore manipulation. It's like all she does. It's all she knows how to do. But I have said several times that I'm convinced that Amberlynn's persona on the internet, the entire reason for her existence on the internet, is to convince people she's a good person. That's it. Every upload she's ever made, every live she's ever done, every single video she's ever posted, to some extent in her mind, is to try to convince people that she's a good person. So I challenge you, when you watch a video of hers, watch it with that filter in mind. Watch it with that sort of in the back of your head. Like, how in this video is she going to be trying to convince me that she's a good person? And it's weird because you'll start seeing the actions she takes and the stuff she says is all trying to sort of get your mind to sort of funnel down to this little thing. It's like, I'm a good person. As long as you ignore everything out here, I'm a good person, you know? So it really, that's it. That's all she ever does.
Well, I think I'm just going to end this vlog. I hope that you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
So yeah, taking a break from her 10-day challenge, a break. Yeah. This is peak Amberlynn right now, guys. So let's see, on the diet cycle, she's on the step where she has just given up and quit even trying to count calories or anything because she gave herself one of those stupid challenges. On the mental health cycle, she is at the step where she's starting therapy, right? She's really pumped to start therapy. And this one might stick a little longer than usual because she was able just to say, yeah, I have BPD and CPTSD. So tell me why I can excuse all of my actions with my mental illnesses. And then let's see and then in the girlfriend cycle, she's definitely in the I'm talking to people in DMs step, but in her videos, she's on the heartbreak step of the cycle. So, all right, the cycles are rolling. All 3 cycles. Here we go. All of this has been done so many times before. But it gets a little more interesting because the older she gets, the crazier it is that it's still happening, right? That she doesn't change, but it sort of the fact that we've gone this far makes it just crazy. Okay, well, I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.